Around 12 oil tankers have docked or are preparing to at US ports. Many more are still making their way to other countries around the world. And that's despite Washington banning Russian oil imports in an effort to punish the Kremlin for Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Gabrielle Elizondo reports from New Jersey.
Earlier this month, President Joe Biden announced an executive order to ban all Russian oil and gas imports to the United States in response to the invasion of Ukraine.
We're banning all imports of Russian oil and gas and energy. That means Russian oil will no longer be acceptable at U.S. ports.
Tough talk, but nearly 3 weeks after Biden's announcement, we found this hulking 50,000-ton Russian oil tanker named Minerva Virgo docked at a port in New Jersey, about an hour's drive outside New York City. When the ship left a Russian port near St. Petersburg 2 days after the invasion of Ukraine began, it was carrying $34 million worth of Russian oil. So why is this ship allowed to offload oil even after the ban announced by Biden? The reason is in the fine print of the executive order, a 45-day grace period, meaning the ban doesn't take effect until April 22nd.
People may have expected that you would immediately see the end of these cargoes coming in. But what we've been seeing, because they were on the water, sort of loaded in Russia and on their way, they are still coming in.
Right now, there are about 12 Russian oil tankers either on their way to the U.S. or moored right off the coastline. Given all the recent sanctions against Russia, particularly on the banking sector, there's uncertainty on how those sanctions could affect oil and gas imports to the U.S. before the ban goes into effect.
We know that there are some estimates that about 70% of Russian oil is currently struggling to find buyers because of concerns around sanctions risks. So there clearly has already been an impact that people are cognizant of.
Environmental activists point to the Minerva Virgo still offloading oil as a sign of a larger problem.
For us, what we really want to see is not oil tankers continuing to come into the U.S. What we need to see is the Biden administration making commitments and policies that accelerate us towards renewable energy. And so that's the direction that we should be going towards, not doubling down on oil and gas products.
For now, Russian oil keeps flowing into the U.S., at least until the ban goes into effect. Gabriel Elizondo, Al Jazeera, New Jersey.